translated in English,
Deal
like
more damage.
deal more damage. He can potentially like deal like 6. I don't know how it's multiplied, 6 or 8. Then the 4 harm deals like total is like 6 or 8. So that's enough to actually like destroy a shit ton
like
of
an angry
infantry.
mob. Like you
Yes.
could.
Entire angry mob.
Yeah, with like one roll. It's like, yeah, you deal this like gang 3 damage after staging down. They are pretty much destroyed.
Yep.
3 harm, hand, and messy. Okay.
Okay, I think my character sheet is maybe finished. If you don't mind taking a look and like making sure I didn't
Okay.
miss
October.
something. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Name, stats, class. It's good. Yeah, you can ignore improvements because you are all starting at like 0 experience first level.
Okay.
Okay, moves. Yeah, it's based on that. Okay, you copy the description. Yeah, I'm just okay. Affiracious, hot. That. Yeah, you can ignore harm. Geared banter, hold, creep contacts. Yep, it's.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, there's everything that you need.
Okay, so I'm done, I think.
Okay. Everybody else?
I think I'm done also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 minutes.
Not a problem for me.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just like just checking, making sure.
What do I just edit the character sheet on Roll20? I mean, I've done it on paper for now.
Yeah. If you done it on paper, then it's cool.
Okay.
It's no problem at all. I'm the type of DM that, not only in this system but in others, I just like, I trust you guys, trust you to not cheat, not like do others. So whatever you did.
I really want an OP character for this one shot we're playing, man.
Nah, I mean, I guess like with every system it is possible that somebody can create OP character, but I think the
Doesn't really
OPness
matter, right?
is reduced because of the
Yeah.
And believe me, I know something about OP, like I'm DMing Pathfinder Gestalt campaign for like a year. And one guy playing, what was the name of the class? Guns. He created a character that basically each round, if he focuses full attacks, he can deal like between 400 and 500 points of damage.
I never played Pathfinder, so those numbers mean nothing to me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I guessed as much.
Ah, you never played Pathfinder? Okay.
No. I'm not big into like Dungeons and Dragons style RPGs. I sometimes GM them, but I'm not a big fan of playing them. I'm more like indie shit. Like I have 2 Burning Wheel groups that I'm playing in right now, which is a lot of fun.
Man, this is one of the systems that I hope I will have chance to learn and play in like some
It's
future.
awesome. It's so I love it so much.
But I will need fucking time to actually read through like several hundred pages of like
Yeah.
system.
I mean, it's also, it doesn't help that there's no PDF of the rulebook, so you have to like order it from America, which is like $40, which but it's so good. Like it's so amazing, because it's the opposite of Apocalypse World. Because Apocalypse World is like, yeah, we have some rules, but basically do your own stuff, right? But Burning Wheel is like the opposite. There's a rule for everything, but they all make sense, and you get rewarded for making the game more interesting. It's not like, because in Dungeons and Dragons, and I think also Pathfinder, you don't get rewarded when you play the game suboptimally. So it doesn't like, you don't really have any incentive to play your character as an interesting character. You have incentive to play a character like 100% the could play your character and never make any mistakes.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I agree.
Like, you could do that, but you could also use one of your traits to be a giant fuck up and get Arthur for it. You're like, that sounds very good. I think I'm gonna call on my alcoholism trait, and instead of, helping these guys out with a mission, I'm just gonna go off and get drunk. I mean, what last session we had in one of our Burning Wheels games, I just was like, look, my character is like depressed and alcoholic and like obsessive and desperate. He's just gonna go off, get drunk, take a bunch of cocaine and join a fight club, where I then proceeded to fight an orc and smuggled a knife into the fight, which the local people didn't like that much. But in the end, it was a full session, and I got like a bunch of Arthur for it, which you can then use to do other stuff. So it really gives you an incentive to like create interesting characters and interesting storylines that aren't just good, but are probably pretty shitty.
Yeah, also like it reminded me like the thing that I heard about the system, and most of my experiences on conventions like prove that it's people who never played D&D or any other mainstream RPG, or they are like fresh new to role-playing in general. They find themselves like it's easier for them to get into because they don't have that tics. They don't use the same stuff they learned in like D&D. The unwritten rules do not apply, so they don't have the urge to play to min-max.
I mean, I started out with Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, which it's bad. It's bad. It's not good. And then I went to Dungeon World, and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Although I think I kind of like slightly more Apocalypse World than Dungeon World. There are some things that
Too. I like the setting more. I'm a huge fan of the Apocalypse setting. Like traditional swords and sorcery magic fantasy setting is cool, but there's something about the Apocalypse setting that just speaks to me.
Yeah, I'm surprised there were not many Apocalypse World campaigns that I saw as long as I operate on Roll20.
Yeah, I like constantly keep looking for some, but yeah.
I maybe will run some Living World style, like drop in, drop out West Marches style, but for now I will need to check if I will have time to do that. But yeah, like in terms of Dungeon World, with my group it took us a long time to actually find the right way to play it, and only when we decided to go like almost Exalted style, just okay, it's fantasy, but we are playing like heroic, like anime-like characters, like jump high in the air, make slashes able to cut rocks in half. So only then we actually had fun from this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you ever like want to do like more Apocalypse World as a MC, feel free to contact me because I'm very much interested in doing it. And there's really not a lot of games around on Roll20.
Apocalypse World system, yes, they are not. There are a few Dungeon World, but that's what gets me. Like Dungeon World, there's a lot of it, but Apocalypse World, not really.
Yeah, it's weird.
Nor any. I mean, I saw some time ago, like
it's also.
I saw like on Roll20 LFG for 6th World, the hack for Shadowrun on.
Yeah. I think it's just that Apocalypse World at this point is pretty old, and people have like kind of, I don't want to say moved on, but they're playing hacks of Apocalypse World, and me, like someone who got into role-playing games fairly late, I'm like, I want to play this cool system, but no one's playing it anymore. And I think when 2nd edition actually comes out, I think that's gonna be a big point where people will start playing it again.
Honestly, this is the first time.
This
is the first time I hear that there's 2nd edition coming.
Well, the Kickstarter's still live, so it's very recently.
Yeah.
Happened.
Yeah, you can pledge to back it, and
Yeah, I'm poor scrap as a student, and I don't really have money to pledge for Kickstarter.
Well,
I'm pretty broke, but I pledged just because I really want like a physical copy of the book. So I pledged like think it was $35, including shipping to the U.S. So I'm excited.
Even if you can't pledge right now, they made Vincent Baker made publicly available the moves for the new playbooks, so you can at least check out what second edition is going to look like.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out in like when I have free time. Okay, so we talk about a bunch of shit. Pia, are you done or not yet? Do we need
I think I'm done. Yes.
Okay, so we are gonna be doing age access, but before that, as with the pair rules, starting from I will be just going how I see people on Roll20. So starting from Lucid, I will ask players to introduce their characters, their name, maybe something about the look, and yeah, whatever they feel it's necessary for other players to know about the character, but especially the name, so people can write down names somewhere so they know who plays whom. Lucid, go ahead.
Okay, so I will be playing a tomboyish woman named Gabriella, but everybody calls her Gabe. She generally wears pretty concealing clothing that makes it difficult to tell if she's a woman or a man from afar, especially. Well, you can have a look at the reference picture I uploaded. She has a rather pretty face, but she likes to keep her hair really messy, and she doesn't really care to brush it, even if she has a tool to do that. She has rather quick eyes, or hard eyes, and she's mostly compact built.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh wait, Kickstarter still doesn't have PayPal? Ah, shit.
I don't know. What else would you like me to add?
No, it's like if you feel that's everything other people needs to know, then I just need to hear that's.
Yeah. Do you
that's
carry
all. I
anything
mean-
obvious around?
Huh?
Do you have any obvious like stuff you carry around with you that we would see?
Probably a backpack with some suspicious stuff in it.
I'm sorry, what class are you playing again?
Angel.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Okay, if other players don't have any questions to Gabe, I think we can go to Rachel. Please introduce your character.
Oh gosh, okay. I just sort of randomly picked the first name, which was October. I mean, that's
it's
a cool
cool.
enough month.
Yeah,
I like the month.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the names of the characters they don't need to be really named. They can be weird.
Yes. Yes. So the name is October. It's a Skinner. I guess it's a girl. Maybe it's genderqueer. It doesn't really have a gender. I haven't decided. Sorry, I didn't put that much thought into like the looks. But the character is apparently pretty hot. She has +2 hot, and then both of her moves are hot based, I guess. Artful and gracious and hypnotic. So kind of a like get other people to do stuff for you type of Skinner. Carries small knives or the hidden knives, sorry. And wears the antique coins as jewelry and a long gorgeous coat, which is apparently valuable. They're both valuable. So fancy gear and gets other people to do stuff for her. And in terms of looks, I don't know, just kind of average looking, but somehow really hot, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like one of the
have, like,
options is that nobody knows what your like gender is truly. Like it's unknown.
Yeah.
What about the people that slept with your character?
I have a funny story regarding that. In one of the sessions, there was a brainer who had option that his gender was unknown. And he had special move with other character. And I hope I do not lie and I remember it correctly, but the way it worked, the character who had sex with the brainer, well, he kinda had like slight and and he didn't really remember the exact procedure.
Okay.
Okay, so I decided if someone has sex with me, then they have to give me a gift worth at least 1 barter because that sounds valuable.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Sounds good to me.
Believe me, the thing with the sex movie is not as bad as Monster Hearts. It's a really fun hack, but requires a really special group of people. Anyways, okay, that's it. Nobody else has questions. I think that's all. So let's go to Kevin Gunlager.
So I'm playing a character named Reebok, who is not quite hulking, but certainly has seen a lot of shit. Sort of pockmarked, blasted face, battered sort of body, lots of scars, former burns, and so on. Carries a shitload of guns and other weaponry, and maybe in some of the conversations that he's had with your characters, he's optimistic for something better, like many others, but responds quite violently to any potential threat to that realization.
Sorry, I throw that in, but suddenly I got sudden the connection that basically Reebok is like considering like, okay, threat to optimism, let's kill that. That is threat to optimism. It's like hardcore version of post-apocalyptic Nanoha. I don't know if you watch the anime. Probably not. So reference lost. Never mind.
Now I know what that is.
What do you carry around with you, Reebok?
I carry around a giant grenade launcher, a like Dirty Harry sized Magnum revolver. A lot. I have a lot of knives sort of strapped around, and I'm wearing a suit that looks like it's sort of has a ton of various bits of metal and like maybe leather or some kind of cured animal something, sort of stitched all about it. Maybe it's protective.
Hopefully animal leather.
Yes, you know, yeah.
Yeah, full
Humans
body
are
armor.
animals.
That's true.
Yeah, you wanna hear the story when I get that height? Man, that Deathstalker was a bitch to kill. Or sorry, what was the name of that creature in Fallout? That's completely
Deathclaw.
Deathclaw. Yeah,
Deathclaw.
I watched too many Ruby and I thought about Deathstalker.
It's all right. But I think those are the high notes for Reebok. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. If you think that's all, then let's go to Tim.
Okay, so my character, I think he wears like a dirty trench coat and like a shirt, and below it he does wear like and I put this in like quotation marks, a bulletproof vest, like something that before the apocalypse might have at some point been a bulletproof vest, but at this point it's like it's kind of protective, but it's not like body armor protective, so it's like one armor, not two. So, and he has a backpack, which, if anyone ever looks in it, is filled with books. And on the side of that backpack hangs a hunting rifle that he carries around with him, and he always carries a machete on his person. He has like a leather pouch that he has like stitched to his trousers with where he keeps his machete in. He's like middle-aged, like 30-something, kind of like not clean shaven, but also not like a giant beard, more like 3 days stubble. Kind of looks like he doesn't really care about how he looks. Like shoulder long hair that's really like unkempt and not, like he doesn't look like he's dirty or filthy or anything, but he just doesn't look like he's like, oh, I gotta make my hair, I gotta whatever, right? He just doesn't really care about that kind of stuff, or at least seems like he doesn't do so. Yeah, that's basically it.
And what was the name? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Oh yeah, he introduces himself as John, but people have started to call him Hope, so I just put the name as John Hope. So yeah, but like he
Alright.
vehemently refuses to be called that. Like he always introduces himself as John. He's John, nothing more, nothing less. He's just John.
Okay, if
Oh yeah, he also carries around a piece of amber that he has found, like a big piece of amber that he has found in a crater that he assumes was like the crater was from the apocalypse, and it's like a beautiful piece of amber, and it's his like because the touchstone has a token of hope, and it's like his symbol for like, yeah, all of this is pretty shitty, but there can still some beauty can still be found in the world, and from horrible things, beauty can like grow back, and yeah, something like that.
Oh, y'all have such great backstories for your characters.
They'll emerge through play. Don't sweat.
yeah, like that's also the thing because of the HX, the history thing. Don't really be too like dead set on exact specifics what character you want to play, because it might change very quickly during the character creation. But yeah, what John said about the touch, not touchstone, the thing of hope. What was it?
Amber. Piece of amber.
Piece of amber. That's the symbol of hope. Then yeah, that's cool. If there are no other questions from other players, then we can go to Pia.
Yes. My character's name is Tai. She is a woman, and you can see it. She's wearing one of these, how do you call them in English? One pieces, that people at a garage wear.
Like a jumpsuit, work
Yeah,
suit,
yeah, right.
Overalls, coveralls.
Yeah, something like that. That probably at some point was blue, but now it's more gray or something. She's small, like really small. And she has these big doughy eyes. And not really a buzz cut, but kind of more of a. I took something that was maybe sharp and hacked off my hair style. I was kind of assuming that because it says I have a workspace, I assume that means that I have some kind of base where you
definitely have that, and we'll get to that, like where is it specifically, how does it work and whatnot. And also that's the thing, that because if somebody has like specified location, like workspace, that's usually not mobile, then automatically like session one way or another has to like go around the area where that workspace is. But we'll get to that, and just tell me, could you choose any options regarding your workspace? I think Savvy Head can choose some options.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the gear and barter thing, I understood it as stuff that's in my workspace, not something that I have to carry around.
There's something else. Like if you look at the Savvy Head at the very beginning, it kind of gives you a few choices of stuff that you can have in your workspace, like under workspace. It says choose which of the following your workspace includes. Choose 3: a garage, a darkroom, a controlled growing environment, skilled labor, a junkyard of raw materials, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. So you can like kind of customize your workspace.
Okay.
You can be like the weed growing type of savvy hat, or you can be like the mechanic type of savvy hat, or both, or both.
Okay, then I'm gonna choose the controlled growing environment. Weird ass electronica. And what's a proving range? Like a shooting range?
Yeah, that's probably like a test environment.
Yeah, okay. No. And a junkyard of raw materials.
Awesome. What's your weird ass electronica? Do you know? And do you have any idea? Or
Yeah, no, I have no idea because it's something I can't make head or
Okay.
tail of because
Ah,
it's not
okay.
something that is used in these times.
Yeah.
But at some point, it was probably used for something.
GPS.
old solar batteries or something? Where it's like, what? I don't
Yeah.
know. What is? I don't know what's.
Yeah.
You have like a broken Xbox. Like, what the fuck is this? Actually, I mean, in the post-apocalypse, because there's still generators and shit, so Xboxes could totally be a thing. Like, people could still be playing video games.
Pray to Xbox God. By the way, did you have an idea or thought what specifically are you growing in that environment? Nothing at all yet, or do you want time to think about it, and we'll get to that question later?
Yeah.
Just very quick. A friend of mine once told me about a game where he was a savvy hat, and he took a garage, a truck, which he specified as an ice cream van and a controlled growing environment, and he just drove around being the weed ice cream man, which I thought was amazing. An amazing idea.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but yeah, no.
Yeah, that's I think that there is a thing for savvy heads growing weed because a friend of mine from the Polish group that we played also made a savvy head who had a fucking giant farm of weed.
Yeah, because
I would have grown mushrooms.
yeah, it's like a controlled growing environment, and in the post-apocalypse, the most logical thing is I grow vegetables and I grow fruits and stuff. It's food, but everybody immediately goes oh, controlled growing. Yeah, he grows weed, right? That's the first idea everybody has.
No, mushrooms.
Anyway, mushrooms.
Okay,
Okay,
mushrooms.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, if people are having visions and stuff anyway,
Yeah.
True.
there's gotta be a market for that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You gotta open your mind, man. You might decide
Yeah.
maelstrom. Anyway.
Okay, anything else for Pia? For Thai, just it's Thai Y, Tia, or Thai as in bow tie?
Thai.
Or Thai as in Thailand. It's
Okay.
Just Thai. T-A-I.
Cool.
Okay, that's how I wrote it down. I did it right. So proud of myself.
Okay, so now that everybody knows who is playing whom, and you have names of characters connected to players, also that's the principle that both players, when they are addressing other players, and both master ceremonies when he's addressing players, we all should be using the names of characters, not players. Okay, so let's go another round and go with Gabe and the
Alright.
HX part.
Okay, do we have all of that the same, or is it different for every character?
Every character has different HX.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so it's your turn, so you can, choose.
Okay, so do I read the whole description?
You don't need to read the whole description, you can just read the option that you want to choose, and then you can decide and tell to which player it applies.
Okay, so the first one. One of them put a hand in when it mattered and helped you save a life. So I guess I will give that one to October. That's HX plus 2.
Yeah, and just think, I think, yeah, the way it's written that the HX plus 2 is on your sheet, October.
Yeah.
Okay.
You give on your turn. You give other people like experience with you, and they then modify that with when it says like on someone else's turn.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. The second one. One of them has been beside you and has seen everything you've seen. That's HX plus 2 as well. And I think I may give that one to John.
Okay, so now I have to ask myself when someone gives me experience: is there a place for them in the future that you want to build? Gabe, what was your class?
Gabe's an
Angel.
angel.
Oh yeah, totally. Like we need medics, totally. So plus 2, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and sorry, I give everyone an extra. I either give it +1 or -1. So I'm gonna give +1 to yours, Gabe. So I have history +3.
Let me double check that. Does it say that it's on your sheet, or does she get that? Does Gabe get +1?
It's like when other people give me the history
Yeah.
points, I add
Yeah.
or
Ah,
remove
It's on
one.
others' turns. Yeah.
For
Yep.
the others.